Good evening. I've been writing and it's getting late, so I thought I'd make a video. I'm going to do a top 5 Wednesday. I'm actually using the topic from the BookTube channel. Not that I'll tag it or people will watch it, but it is the top 5 fictional characters that you would have dumped. And this is kind of tough for me because I'll admit that the characters that I probably should dump, I maybe wouldn't, because I do know myself well enough to know that sometimes like a tortured soul is more attractive than it should be. So I went with characters that sometimes annoy me and also that are sometimes I would consider romanticized in ways that they shouldn't be. So we'll see how you feel about this list. Number 5 is Katniss Everdeen. I realize she's the only girl on this list, and she's not bad in and of herself, but she's a terrible romantic interest. She's got a lot going on. None of it is romance. She's bad at romance all the way around, and that's okay. And you should just dump her and let her live her life without being romantically entangled. And I think it would be better for everyone if it was just that way, including me reading it. Number 4 is Romeo from Romeo and Juliet. He's dumb. Like, he actually is stupid. He gets into the crypt where Juliet is and he's like, wow, you look alive, but you're probably dead, so I'm just gonna kill myself. And talk about like over dramatic. He sees her at a party once, falls madly in love, professes his love that night, runs away and gets married, and then commits suicide over her, all in like a tiny amount of time. That's too much, okay? That should just be setting off a lot of alarm bells, Juliet. Like, a lot. Number 3 is Draco Malfoy from Harry Potter. And the reason for this is not necessarily, like, canonically all of his romantic relationships with no one. It's how romanticized he's been afterwards and, like, how people are like, oh my gosh, but Draco Malfoy, he's so wonderful. No, he's a jerk. And stuck up and a brat and probably totally fine with being a Death Eater, and all of these tortured soul things that you're putting on him are not canon. And like, I'm all for tortured soul, as we mentioned before, but like, really, Draco Malfoy? Also, while we're on the subject of Malfoys, Lucius Malfoy, like, Narcissa deserves way better. She's clearly the stronger one in this relationship, and like, why is she with this guy? Probably for his money, but like, I don't know. Get a wizard divorce and take half of it. Number 2 is Edward Rochester, and this is the romantic interest in Jane Eyre, and I just don't get it. He's mean. Like, actually all the time. Like, he's never nice. He's just gruff and mean and biting and keeps his like deranged wife in his attic and like doesn't tell Jane Eyre that that's a thing that he like no, there are just lots of problems. Like, why is he romantic? He's not romantic. Please just stop being into him. The things he does are not okay. And number 1, mostly because I've been thinking about it recently, is Jace Wayland / Herondale from the Shadowhunters series. And Jace and Clary have this will they, won't they, are they actually siblings thing throughout the entirety of the books. And he's just a bad romantic partner. He doesn't communicate. He lies a lot. He definitely has that whole sort of like, oh no, but I'm totally into you and I would never do anything except love you, except that in order to show that I love you, I won't tell you anything, and I'm going to keep secrets from you, and I'm going to actually lie to your face about things because I think it will keep you safe, and clearly I'm the one who knows best. Ugh, that's a trope that really annoys me. And I definitely have read my share of vampire romances where there's a lot of that, like, oh, but I'm a tortured soul, and you should care about me. And I like that in books, but I do recognize that I shouldn't date that in real life. and that there are a lot of things that are problematic with it. So that's my video for today. Hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you tomorrow.